Alright folks, welcome back. Here is the two visual variations of Jack's Rob a Bank as I explained in the past video introducing the trick. Basically, if you haven't watched the other video, go back and watch that, because I'm not going to reteach Jack's Rob a Bank. Anyways, so for the new variation, you go through your whole thing, getting the cards underneath there, and showing we got the Jack of Spades, Jack of Hearts, Jack of Clubs, Jack of Diamonds. And then the Jack of Diamonds is the youngest brother, and all the other brothers, in quotations, go into the deck. Now, normally you'd square up the cards. But for this, you can do two things. You could, of course, square up the cards, and then do a pinky count, because you gotta get a break underneath, once again, the top three face-down cards that are underneath the face-up card. Or you can spread through and be like, you can see that the jacks are definitely in the center. And as you do that, as you come back up, get your break under those three face-down cards, and then square up the deck. Now you go into something called the flippant move. What is the flippant move? Well, the flippant move, I think, may have been invented by Gregory Wilson, but I'm not quite sure. I think he just likes using it a lot. Also, if you don't know who Gregory Wilson is, go seek out some of his stuff. It's some pretty cool stuff. Actually, you might know who he is if you've seen that show on Sci-Fi Channel, Wizard Wars. He was on there. Anyways, so basically, you do this flippant move. You got your pinky break under those cards. You got your thumb here. You got your finger here. I don't think you have to have your thumb there all the time, but I think it provides for leverage. And then in the downward motion and snapping, because this is going to be cover, in the downward motion, the cards actually flip over, and the three cards underneath are now the ones on top. So now you have an interesting ending here. They're like, okay, and the rest of the jacks escaped, except for the younger brother, because, somebody's got to pay for the crime. And that's kind of the darkly comedic ending. But what if you don't want the younger brother to get arrested? Well, then you got to bring in this bad boy here. The double-faced jack. You can get this in a package of double-faced cards off of Amazon. That's where I got mine. And you set it up like so. You do not want your spectator to see that this Jack of Diamonds is a double-faced Jack, or whatever other double-faced Jack you may have. So basically, you do your whole thing with getting your cards, blah, blah, blah. Doing, this is the Jack, this is the Jack, this is the younger brother, blah, blah, blah. And then you put, cards in the middle again. I feel like a broken record right now. But, this is a Masterclass. And you get your break under those three cards. So now what happens is, at the end, instead of, this card flipping over and the other cards being on top of it, it almost looks like, whoop, that did not look good. Let's try that again. Flippant move is kind of knacky at times. Looks like the other jacks appeared on top of the deck with the other brother. And I think that's really cool. I haven't performed it for anybody, but I think it's definitely the one version I prefer more than the one where the brother gets arrested. As for some reason, I don't know, that really reminds me of the whole thing with, I don't want to get biblical here, but with y'all know the story of Joseph in the Bible. His brothers sold him into, slavery or whatever, and, or sold him to bandits. Not slavery, I don't know, I'm getting something mixed up there, but it just reminds me of that. Brothers betraying other brothers. Do you want that version? Or do you want the version where everybody's happy? So yeah, that's just some thoughts and ideas on Jack's Rob a Bank, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And if you guys don't understand the flippant move, I can make a flippant move video. But yeah, so see you guys next time.